On first down, the handoff to Marlon Mack. Huge hole, 50-yard line. He's at the 40, still going near sideline. He's at the 10. He's at the 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Marlon Mack. Touchdown, I-N-D-Y. And again, it's picked off. It's Darius Leonard. Leonard with a second INT, and he's streaking down the near sideline. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. He's going to go. A pick six for the Maniac.
Horseshoe is back, baby. The horseshoe is back.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Bring the Juice Colts podcast live stream. Feels like it's been a while, hasn't it, Cody? We were talking about that off air. Feels like it's been a while since we've done one of these. And, you know, today we just decided, you know, there's football on tonight. Not much we're really doing right now. You know, we kind of did our preview with Tom Grossi. By the way, if you guys haven't seen our preview video, please be sure to check that out. A lot of you have been requesting us to do it with Tom Grossi this year. So we finally were able to make that happen. And a lot of you seem to enjoy yourselves with it. And today we just kind of figured, let's just have a chill stream. You know, a couple people get to do these and, you know, there's not much to really talk about right now. We can talk a little bit about Colts football. We can talk about life, all that kind of stuff. But we just wanted to kind of hang out with all of you. So let us know in the chat how everybody's doing. You know, obviously a lot going on. And hold on a second. I got to make sure I get that up. And then I see a guy that I haven't been in here for a while. Nathan Wright. What's up, guys? Been a while. I got married and coached at Mater Day in Evansville. So that's been taking a ton of time on me. Thanks for all the content. Wish EMDHS good luck at semi-state this weekend. All right, really cool. Nathan, it's really good to see you in here, dude. You're right. We haven't seen you, bro, in like 2 months. It's really been a while. But, yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on getting married, and good luck with coaching. I mean, that's awesome. Semi-state finals, that's really cool. That is really cool, especially with everything getting shut down right now. You know, it's good that your stuff is able to get done for night. Let's see. No game tonight. You're going to drink a beer finally. You know what? Hold on.
Here we go. Yeah, Adam, I see your comment. That's a good question. I had somebody ask me that. There's a lot of speculation about that. Derek and I'm sure we'll talk about it. Derek, did you see all the defensive linemen that were out with non-football related injuries today? I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, I saw that.
Taekwon Lewis,
Al-Qadim Muhammad, and Grover Stewart. Yeah.
And Danico Autry had an illness.
Yeah, they said that they said none of those guys were being put on any list. So we're okay. So right now they're saying, well, it could happen, but it didn't happen tonight. So nothing came back. There's nothing crazy right now. Maybe just a couple guys got a little bit of an illness, or for all we know, it could be completely something unrelated. Nobody said anything about Grover Stewart and them. They just said it was not a football related injury. So we don't know what happened, but all we're thinking is just that right now, nobody's been put on any list. Nobody's in any trouble right now. So let's just hope it stays that way.
Yeah, maybe it's just some people that were considered close contact with them, but maybe it's something like we've seen that guys who have been close contact and have played. We've seen that even with the Colts earlier on in the season a couple games ago. So as long as they're not placed on any list, we should be good to go. I mean, that'll be something worth monitoring for sure. But that was the biggest one, and everything else in terms of an injury standpoint, I have to pull it up here. Nothing really concerning. Really limited practice for Toure, limited practice for Braden Smith on Thursday with a thumb injury. But beyond that, everybody, Kenny Moore obviously was out on Wednesday. He came back to practice. Same with Kari Willis, which is huge.
Both they didn't do full pads, but they did have a helmet on, and they were participating in some drills. So that makes me feel a little bit more confident. I mean, Kari Willis, I have no problem saying that I know he's going to be ready for Sunday, but it's Kenny Moore that's going to be the question, and that's scary. If he's not there, that'd be bad. Here's a question here, Cody. Who you got tonight? The Seahawks or the Cardinals? Obviously, the Cardinals got the better hand of the Seahawks the last time. So
yeah, I feel like the Seahawks have just kind of been going down a hill. So but I do think maybe this is just a victory that they need a little more than the Cardinals need at this point. So I could definitely see the Seahawks just coming out and just kind of playing a little bit like crazy, if that makes sense. Like their backs are up against the wall. Like people are disrespecting them. Russell Wilson, say what you want. He's had a bad stretch here, but he's still one of the top quarterbacks in my opinion. So like for that reason, I think I'm going to go Seahawks, but you don't know with these matchups. They're always close. Seems like interdivisional matchups are always so close, no matter, if your team's really good or really bad. And both these teams are pretty good. So I'm really looking forward to it tonight. There's no fantasy stakes or anything, but it's just a fun game that has nothing to do with Colts football. Yeah. Similar to our stream tonight. It's just kind of a chill football day, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see here. We're going to destroy the Packers on Sunday. We really hope so. What up, Nisky Cap? It's been a while since I've seen you also, man. What's up? Let's see.
Did you I see some comments here, Derek, and maybe we can address this about the whole Darius Leonard, Aaron Rodgers, Darius Leonard thing. Did you see that? I'm sure you did.
I did see that. Yep, absolutely. I saw it.
I'll just read it off for those of you who maybe didn't see it. It says, Darius Leonard said, Aaron Rodgers called San Fran's Fred Warner the best linebacker in the game a few weeks ago. And Leonard said this. He said, I've been thinking about that ever since he said that. I hope I can change his mind. And he also said, I want to leave a mark and hopefully change his mind a little bit. So, like, if I'm Aaron Rodgers at this point, like, I'm, like, a little bit scared because you don't want to take off Darius Leonard. We've seen that when he's been disrespected. What's he done? He's come out and he's performed. So I look for Darius Leonard. This guy, man, he's the guy that I think can find more chips on his shoulder than about anyone else in the league. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does with that extra motivation going into the weekend. What are your thoughts on that, Derek?
I mean, that's hilarious that, Aaron Rodgers would say that. I mean, you'd think he'd be a little more cautious of the maniac. I mean, when you look at linebackers, stats don't lie. And the maniac has much better stats. I will say I know the stats off the top of my head because I looked at it a couple times today. I'm going to bring this up for you. In 7 less games, the maniac has 23 more tackles, 10 more sacks, 4 more forced fumbles, and 4 more interceptions than Fred Warner does.
Wow.
Like, do I need say more? Do I need say more? In 7 less games. So who's the better linebacker? I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. I mean, I might go with the guy that actually has the better stats, but okay.
Right. It kind of gives me, remember 2018 when Darius Leonard, Leighton Vander Esch, I can't even say his name.
Yeah, I know.
I've kind of forgotten him.
He's completely forgotten now. No Cowboy fan ever says that ever now. They have nothing on that now.
Yeah. I mean, they were saying, dude, Leighton Vander Esch is so much better than Darius Leonard. And then obviously when the Colts played the Cowboys and Darius Leonard and the Colts shut him out, I mean, and Darius Leonard did the wolf howl, if you remember that. That was
he did. And he made fun of him. Yes, I remember it. And I loved it. He's reminding people that, like, who's the better one here? And you know what? Aaron Rodgers, thank you. That's just more motivation for Darius Leonard. Please, just let it happen, please. I hope he keeps doing it. Seriously, because you don't need, not like Darius Leonard really needs any more motivation at this point, but it never hurts to add just a little bit more.
Right.
Teray over under on 10 plays Sunday. I'm guessing over. I mean, I know that they want him on a pitch count, but no way I see him doing less than 10 plays.
Interesting.
Sure, he has an illness. Yeah, he does have an illness. Wonder what exactly that is. But the good news is he's got a couple days to kind of just relax and get it over with. Sorry to see you go, Nisky Cat, but man, get back in here for another one soon, man. Hey, Jack Adams, our boy. Oh, hold on a second. Yeah. Let me see here. I'm sorry here. Go back to that. Yeah, Hunter Peterson with the $2 super chat. Biggest factor for the Colts to win against the Packers. Thank you so much, Hunter Peterson, for the $2 super chat. Again, if any of you want to do super chats, they are open. And if channel memberships are available, you see that on the screen. And hold on a second. I'll get to that question in a second, Hunter. Hold on. Zach not in here with the Hoosiers. That's funny because I tweeted just like 30 minutes before the stream, Cody. They said, I'm sorry to my IU fans that I know follow me on here, but I think my Buckeyes are going to destroy them on Saturday. I'm sorry. Man. I think they're going to destroy them. I know IU is a really good football team, and they certainly have been playing like one. I totally get it, and I love what they're doing. I think they are going to finish probably a top 15 team if they keep doing what they're doing. But some of the teams they've beaten, they're not good. Like Michigan, Penn State, they combined for 1 win this year. They're not good. I'm sorry. They're just not playing very good this year. So, Zach, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Very appreciated. And, Hoosiers are going down this week against Ohio State. But guess what? Any other week, I'm rooting for the Hoosiers. Honestly, like my dad and my brother were Buckeye fans, but we've really liked to see what the Hoosiers have done this year. Like we really enjoyed seeing what they've done. Biggest factor for the win. Well, if you asked Tom Grossi, he would say the biggest point here is dominating time of possession. And the way to do that is who can establish the run game, right? So can the Colts pick up of what happened last Thursday, and are they able to continue that momentum and be able to rush for over 100 yards again? Now, the Packers' rush defense, Tom mentioned to me, they've been flat out awful this year. They have not done well at stopping the run. And he said, that's what really scares me about this Colts team is that even though they haven't done well, I mean, they did well against the Titans. So do they do that again? And if they do what they did against Tennessee, I promise you that will probably be the biggest thing.
I think I would add, if you can get pressure on Rodgers and make him uncomfortable early, like that's going to be such a huge factor for me, especially. And I think the way you do that, obviously, you take out Devontae Adams from this game as well as you can. I mean, we know how good, and he didn't practice today, which I think is significant enough.
Yeah, it's interesting whether or not he's going to play because he was a limited participant on Wednesday and did not practice today. They said if he does go out there, it's probably going to be a game time decision. So he's going to come in there hobbled. He's not going to come in, even if he plays, he's not going to come in there on 100%. And, a couple of the other guys that they have that are questionable. I mean, Alan Lazard's definitely going to play, and he's most likely 100%. But, yeah, Devontae Adams and Jair Alexander, even if they play in this game, they're not at 100%.
Right.
Let's see here. Think Teray will get a sack or a QB hit in this game.
Yeah, that would be encouraging. That would be encouraging if he did. I hesitate to say he will just because, like you said, limited snaps. And I mean, if he does, that's amazing. But like at this point, I'm just about him getting game reps, like right now, until he gets back to 100%. So I'm going to say no, but like if he does, great, awesome. That would be even better.
Gotcha. Anyone catch the director's cut of the blocked punt with EJ Speed and TJ Carey? I didn't watch that. I should go back and watch that, but
yeah, I saw it.
Yeah. All right. So there's 56 of you in the chat. Thank you to everyone that is in here. Again, guys, just a chill stream today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. And if you guys want to leave a super chat or you want to become a channel member, feel free to do so. Both of those options are available, and we greatly appreciate it. Let's see here. Tristan saying he's got a cold of something. Yeah, I feel that, dude. Cody's just coming off of one himself. So,
yeah, it's no fun.
Yeah, being sick at this time of year is not fun at all. Oh, great. You're going to kill Ohio State. Dude. Justin Fields has as many passing touchdowns this year as he does incompletions. Okay, folks, in 3 games, he has 11 passing touchdowns and only has 11 incompletions. Please stop. Your defense is not going to stop this offense. Hold on. Nathan Wright with the $5 super chat. No matter what happens with the Hoosiers and the Buckeyes, we can all agree Michigan sucks. Yes, Nathan, I can totally agree with you. Absolutely. We are always on board with that one. And it's a good thing we can say that this year, too, because they do stink. They're god-awful. Yes. They're god-awful. They need to fire Harbaugh after this year because he is god-awful. Okay, if IU wins, you have to do the Dak dance. Okay, fine, whatever. I'll do as many Dak dances as you guys want if IU wins. What up, Colts Talk? How you doing, man? Good job on your preview video as well.
Everybody
I saw
check
that
out.
Everybody check that out. Everybody go check it out. Let's get that man to a couple hundred views before the end of the night. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, guys? Kelvin, how you doing, man? Trevino Coles, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in a little bit. It's good to see you. And then we got this. Oh, wait a second. Oh, Brandon. Wisconsin is not way better than the Buckeyes. I'm so after Wisconsin's 2 games, they're good, but I mean, like, who have they played? They've not played anybody. They haven't played anybody good yet. They beat up on Illinois, and then they played Michigan, who right now doesn't look like they can win a game at all at this moment in time. So, I mean, they're good. Don't get me wrong. Wisconsin's definitely a really good team, but I'm not too scared of them right now yet. We'll have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see. What do we got?
Hey, Elliot's here.
Yep, Elliot I see it. Yeah, I just saw that. Yep. What up, Elliot? Man? What's up, man? How's it?
Did you see, by the way, speaking of Jaguars, CJ Henderson just got put on IR. The rookie corner. I think I just saw that. I think UCF Jaguar just posted it like recently.
Oh, gotcha. I work with a guy that has
Yep.
I definitely have I have a guy that I work with that is a Jaguars fan, so I told him to check out UCF Jaguars page. He's like, who's the guy that you go to on YouTube for Jaguars content? I'm like, oh yeah, UCF Jaguars, the only guy I deal with.
Yep.
Do the Packers have a good screen game? That I don't know. I haven't watched a lot of game film, but honestly, they really don't. They don't really do a lot of screens. Not the way the Colts do it. They usually are a lot more vertical. And one thing that will scare you is the hard count. Justin Houston was talking about that this week that said when you're playing against Aaron Rodgers, you have to be very, very, very disciplined because he will get you to jump on so many things. So got to be careful that week.
Yeah.
No, you guys aren't getting Justin Fields. The Colts are, okay?
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be on that train all off season. Colts trade up to the number 2 pick to get Justin Fields.
I want Jared Luton to be good enough where the Jaguars are dumb enough to say he's our future and don't take a quarterback.
We'll see what
happens. I don't know
if
if it's going to happen, but it'd be nice.
Biggest factor would be for the Colts to get pressure without blitzing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Colts defensive line has been able to do that all year, and I don't see why they can't this time. The pass protection for Rodgers has been pretty decent this year, but it's not been anything crazy. Thoughts on the Colts going after Juju in free agency?
I mean, would the Steelers let him walk? That's my first question. I don't know if they would. Well, if he was available, would you sign him, Derek? Would you kick the tires on him? I mean, he's young. He's been decently productive. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh man, I have no idea at this point. You know, I don't know what Ballard is thinking when it comes to wide receivers, man. I have no idea.
Right. Yeah, that's probably something for sure that we'll address in the offseason. Yeah. We're not in that mindset yet, so That's definitely, we'll probably have a video about that or something similar to that in the offseason.
Yeah. See, I just want to talk here a little bit. Oh, you favored by 20.5. Yeah, exactly. My point is that your team is good, but you're still not Ohio State good. Just not yet. Not quite yet. The season that IU's having, though, really good for recruiting. Really good for recruiting. Because you're seeing Tom Allen finally getting this team in a situation where they feel comfortable. And when you start getting the team to play with confidence like it is, man, players want to come and play for something like that. I mean, I don't think IU would ever be able to competitively recruit with Ohio State, but I mean, behind Ohio State, I mean, they could potentially compete with teams like Michigan and Penn State. And if they're able to do that, I mean, the tide could shift with how the Big Ten matches up now.
Right.
Because these years are going to really hurt Penn State and Michigan with recruiting. Really, really bad. Everybody do what this man says. Go and smash that like button. Colts' weakest link. Predictable play calling is what this guy says. Weakest link. Yeah.
That's a good question.
I probably would say that because you're right. There have been a lot of instances this season where the Colts just got too predictable on offensive play calling. On 3rd and short and 4th and short, the Colts just don't get creative. They're like, oh, yeah, let's run it up the middle. Like that has worked at all this season. We've been saying that from the very beginning. I know I've said it, that how many times do we need to run that play before people realize that it just doesn't work? But, I mean, what do you think?
Sometimes I'm like, Frank Reich, you're a genius. Sometimes I'm like, Frank, did you take some play calling lessons from like Rob Chudzinski or something? Like that's how it feels sometimes where it's just like, dude, like I could predict what you're going to do.
Yeah, we could.
So predictable, like, and I think that definitely is frustrating. I know you have Jonathan Taylor, but it hasn't worked. Like change it up a little bit, please. For
real.
Everything.
How many sacks do the Packers get defensively? Probably go with 1 or 2.
Just one.
Just one.
In mind. And it's going to be when the Colts are up 10 in the 4th quarter and Jacoby Brissett's in the game. Okay, maybe not, but that's a little extreme.
What up, Brandon Long, another member of the channel. What's up, man? Good to see you in here. Go Colts, you right? Bro, some people are sleeping on Xavier this year. That was funny because Tom Grossi I asked him about that. I asked him about this Colts secondary and this Colts defense and how he felt that they've done. The first name he brings up is he says he applauds the Colts for taking a chance on Xavier Rhodes and turning him from a hot trash player just a year ago to being one of the best corners in the NFL in one offseason. So he says he commends us really well for doing that. And he says he approves of it because he loves hearing Vikings fans whine about it all the time about how Xavier Rhodes is now the greatest thing ever. So, you're right. You're right. A lot of people seem to forget Xavier Rhodes. It's like when you look at the stats, his stats are just incredible. Let's see here.
Yeah.
I almost don't even want Justin Fields. Please tell me why, FaZe. Please tell me why. That is a really, really, really bad take to have, but please tell me why. I want to know your reasoning. Hey, what's up, man? What's up? Who do you got for the Washington versus Cincy game? I've been talking with this guy a lot in his streams when he's doing his Bengals stream. So, guys, make sure to follow this guy. DCTV does Bengals streams, Bengals games all the time, and his channel is blowing up right now. I mean, this guy's getting really good numbers on his streams right now, doing a lot of hard work on his stream. So this where is he at now? I don't know. I actually want to look that up. I want to see where he's at. Because I remember when back in October, he was at like 1.3 or something thousand. So I want to see where he's at now. There he is. Oh, he's at almost 1,700. Wow. So he's gone up. He's gone up over 300 subs in the last month. So that's cool, man. Hey, thank you for being in here, man. For the Washington versus Cincy game, I'd probably have to go Cincy because I like what Joe Burrow has done this year. I think they're starting to get confident, and I think the Bengals are starting to be pretty competitive with just about every team they played this year. And if they're at home, I think they'll beat up on Washington.
I just need Burrow to give a few gifts to Washington's defense this week, though. But other than that, I don't care who wins. But I would probably say Cincy as well. What's up, Scott? How you doing, man? Yeah, I've seen this, Derek. A lot of people have asked about Aaron Rodgers to the Colts next year. I don't know, like, if I feel like that. I don't know if I'd want to go after, as good as he is. You know, he's an aging quarterback. It's still a Band-Aid. You're not really finding your future at quarterback. So I'd probably be out on that, but I'm curious your take on that.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't feel confident in your ability to go after a quarterback that you like in this year's draft, and you think everybody gets one before it's over, I'd be perfectly fine with bringing Rodgers over for the same thing we did with Rivers. And this time, Rodgers is a definite upgrade from Phillip Rivers. And, you know, that would be really fun to see. That would be really, really fun to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Xavier gets a pick. That would be nice.
That'd be sweet.
No. Kyle Trask over Justin Fields. No.
There's some more Justin Fields disrespect. Don't
there's worry. A lot of disrespect on here for Justin Fields, and I'm sick and tired of it. People are always saying, "Oh, it's the Ohio State quarterbacks." If you guys want to talk to somebody about that, go talk to Sam. I'm not dealing with that. Not dealing with the Justin Fields disrespect. He's one of those people that says, like, any Ohio State player that wants to come to the Colts, no, just no, never. I don't like that. I don't like that. There's one of them, Cody.
I don't agree. He's a fourth-round pick for a reason.
Yeah, right.
Like,
Colts get Ian Book. Please, God, no.
Please. No. I'm a Notre Dame fan. No.
Even the Notre Dame fan is telling y'all, don't do this.
Don't. Please.
Oh, man. Let's see. Matter of fact, if you had to choose, I mean, why are you going to put me on the spot like that? I mean, of course you got to go with Trevor because, I mean, Trevor is slightly better than Justin Fields. But, I mean, you have to go with Trevor because Trevor's just the more natural QB. I mean, obviously Justin Fields really, really good. But, I mean, Trevor just has everything, honestly. Bald dude, I keep seeing the question of who is the worst Colts player ever. I'm not answering that because I don't have an answer.
You don't?
No, I don't have an answer for that.
Really?
I don't know. Who's the worst Colts player ever? I don't know. Probably one of these wide receivers that we picked up for like a year or two that never panned out.
I don't know. I got two in my mind. Trent Richardson, obviously, because he literally was a blind. I think he was the first legally blind running back in NFL history. Him and Bjorn Werner was just awful as well. So those two guys, probably two of my picks for sure. But
gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, FaZe, you do know that these guys aren't getting a year added to their eligibility, right? I think these guys are not getting it. So either way, like, I think Penix will probably stay, to be honest, because I don't think that anybody's going to want to take a chance on Penix right now. He's good, but he's still got some accuracy and arm issues that he's got to work out. They need to give it to 12 on those jet sweeps. Duran, what's up, man? Yeah, I totally agree. Telling me to stop yawning. Don't tell me what to do. I've been up for 13 hours already, man. 14 actually. So, I'm tired. At least the good news is I don't have to be into work super early tomorrow, so I can at least sleep in a little bit. So
that's nice.
Roads closed. Yes, sir. Trevor Hauer, another member of the channel. What's good, man? Pittman's going to score his first touchdown this Sunday. Think? That'd be nice. He's finally looking like he needs one. He needs one at this point.
I am kind of surprised, honestly, that they haven't used him in the red zone more. It's been a
yeah,
weird.
I know. It's ridiculous. Would you rather the Colts get Sam Darnold or Dwayne Haskins?
Not Dwayne Haskins, please. That's the last guy I want.
Oh, good Lord.
It's not an Ohio State thing.
Okay, funny. If the Colts weren't as ready to win now as they are, then I would say go with Dwayne Haskins for future development. But Sam Darnold is the clear choice for that right now because Sam Darnold's had a couple more years in the league. He understands it a little better. And I think he would benefit so much more from this Colts team now early because, he's a more fined prospect and he's got a better arm at this moment. So it would totally be Sam Darnold right now.
I'm going to go with choice C. None of the above, please. Thank you.
Good Lord. Around what pick will we even have? Depends on where we are in the playoffs, my dude. Depends
probably
on
20s.
Probably like mid-20s, maybe. Mid-20s, early 20s. Depends.
Yeah, really
I see something here. Hold on. Hold on. I am missing some stuff. Oh, geez. They all coming in everywhere. Sarah Small with the $2 super chat. Sarah, a loyal member to the channel. I want Justin Fields or Zach Wilson. Go Colts. I will agree with that, Sarah. Thank you for the $2 super chat. Very appreciated. And then we got Isaiah Elliott with the $2 super chat as well. Did Peyton Manning underachieve with the Colts 1 ring? Thank you first off for the $2 super chat. Appreciate the question. I think people oftentimes have this commonality that says if you only won 1 ring over a span of 10 years when it comes to the NFL or sports in general, that your career was like a letdown. I don't necessarily think that Peyton Manning underachieved because Peyton Manning's only one player and teamwork in the NFL is much greater than it is in basketball. I'll just remind everybody of that.
Right. It's not like when people compare Tom Brady and Peyton Manning now, I just have to remind them, Tom Brady wasn't running over the Colts defense in the playoffs. I know Manning didn't have great games, but and Tom Brady also wasn't throwing for 5, torching the defense either. He was managing the game. And, when the Colts couldn't run the ball, I wasn't really, around, really follow the team when that happened. But from what I understood, it looked like a lot of times Manning had to carry those teams. And when you can't run the football, you have to pass it. And that kind of weather, it's going to not be probably good for you against that kind of defense. So,
and then we have another Kelvin Beatty, another loyal member of the channel with the $5 super chat. I had Titan Upload hyped up after the other day after the Colts and Titans. What were you in his chat ripping into him? I hope you were.
We all were.
all. I wasn't in it afterwards, but I could only imagine that I could only imagine that he probably was not happy at all.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I think I told you, Derek, I told everybody that was watching the live stream, I said, okay, go into Titan Uploads, chat right now and comment Tighten Up. And I went in there and it was amazing. It was beautiful. So all our listeners.
What's good, guys? Fitty Rap, what's up, man? Who we got for tonight's game? Cody and I basically said we're not really too sure on who to pick at this point because, both of these teams are inconsistent as all hell, but it's sure to be a really good game. And congrats, Fitty Rap. Keep it up, bro.
Yep.
Let's see. Where are we at? Jalen Waddle and Tutu Atwell are my two favorite receivers. Here's the thing. My top two wide receivers in this whole draft, and Jalen Waddle's a junior, right? So he can go to the NFL if he wants to, right? I think.
Yeah.
I think he is. I think he is. I want to make sure. Jalen Waddle. Want to see what he is a junior. Okay, so he can go to the NFL this year, which I believe he will, because many people predict him to be the number one receiver out of the draft. I think him and Chris Olave are my two top wide receivers, to be honest, because those two create space so well. It's actually incredible. Jalen does it with his speed. Olave just has better route running. Let's see here.
Where are we at here?
I am looking. I'm just trying to see if I can find something. Oh, yeah, this is another thing. Congrats on 4K subs. We never even really talked about that. We never really sat down and just admired that we hit 4K because, I mean, dude, the year this has been, we started this year, I think it was, what was it? I think it was around.
My sister just walked into the room.
Yeah, I know. I was like, okay.
Just staring her down. Like, what are you doing?
What are you doing here, bruh?
Let me lock my door. Okay.
There you go. Should have remembered to do that to begin with. But yeah, it's we started the year with 700 something subs, I think, and then just where we're at now is actually incredible. I mean, do you think we would get to 4K and so fast?
Oh no, not at all. Gosh, I mean, I looked at all that stuff. Let me pull up the actual stats here just to admire, because I was looking at it
answer
earlier.
Your question here, dude, it would definitely be Jacoby, because Jacoby's still the backup. Zach Wilson or Trey Lance. I mean, are we both in agreement here that Zach Wilson's the better prospect?
Yeah, right now I would.
And no, Kyle Trask and Sam Ellinger are not the same prospects. Kyle Trask is definitely a much more consistent thrower.
Yeah. Okay, I have the numbers here from 2019, Derek.
Okay, go ahead.
God, it's weird to think this. 738 subscribers at the end of 2019.
Jesus.
So 2020 has been very good to us. We are 8 times the amount of views already through the year. Up 3.3K subscribers. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. And it's all thanks to everyone in this chat and everyone that watches our videos. I mean, you guys are great. Here, I got something right here. Colts Nation asking, honestly, haven't watched Ian Book. What's wrong with him? I'll let you go ahead and answer that.
Honestly, it's weird. I don't really follow. I'm a fan of Notre Dame, but I don't follow them a lot. But it just seems like he's. I don't know. I don't really know how to explain it with Ian Book, because I just don't watch him enough.
It's inconsistencies on my part.
Okay.
For me, it's inconsistency. The inconsistent nature to continue to put up great games. Some games he'll have great numbers, and the next game he'll just have average ones. And
that's fair. I mean,
Jack Adams.
Thinking, oh wow,
Jack Adams with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Jack. This division is ours if we can win these next 2 games. Huge game this Sunday. You're absolutely right. And then, when the Colts go ahead and face the rest of the divisional opponents, we're really going to need to step up and win those. Let's see here. Nope. Okay. Thank you, Jack, for the $5 super chat. Very appreciated.
Yes.
Let's see here. Let's see.
You're sifting through all these comments. There's a lot of them.
There's a lot of them. I can just never keep up. That's the thing. Here's a good one. And I totally agree with this point. I was telling you about this earlier this week that I think Jonathan needs to be used in the passing game more often. You saw it against the Titans, a few receptions, and was able to get a first down out of every single one of them that he had. So please, Colts, continue to use this man in the pass game. Please.
All right, next thing here. I'm trying to catch up where you're at. Oh, here we go.
Set Nomadic said we totally rated Titan Upload. I didn't hear.
Yes,
I didn't watch the stream after the game, but I could only imagine the shame and disappointment in that man's head when they lost. I could only imagine.
That was us in week 1 against the Jaguars, and we were just literally like, we hate our
Don't
lives
talk
right
to
now.
us. Yeah. Don't
like,
talk to us. Yeah.
And Jaguars fan did the same thing to us. They were in our comments, in our live stream.
And then KC Gang Evans came in and decided to just drop a crap ton of money on us. Yeah. I still have yet to see that guy since then. I haven't seen that guy since, and I'm wondering where he's at because I want to get that man something, like, for real. Who did the Colts re-sign on that?
Moolah, man.
No, man. Of course I was extremely happy and very nice of that, but I was like, I want to give him like something. Like, I mean, that man gave us $500 that day. I want to be nice. Who do the Colts re-sign on that elite D line? Well, you got Grover Stewart. Obviously, he's got to be the one. And then Taylor Stallworth, another one.
Danico Autry for me before Justin Houston.
Danico Autry.
A little controversial, but Danico Autry's leading the team with 6 sacks this year.
You know what is funny?
He's been productive.
You know what is funny is that Justin Houston is actually the 8th most productive defensive end in the NFL in regards to getting pressures on the quarterback. He's actually getting pressure on the quarterback 23% of the time. So that's actually impressive.
Yeah, for sure. Got this one.
Oh yeah, Jonesy, what's up, bro? How you doing? This guy was in the I think it was the Jets stream, and he was dropping some super chats in there when we were scoring. So I love this guy. Whoop, whoop. Happy Thursday. Hope you all are staying safe. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Of course, everybody stay safe out there. What do you guys think of the Raiders? Low key underrated. I don't know. They are weird in a way. They just, one week they look as flat as could possibly be, and then the next week they look like a super team. It's one of those things.
Yeah.
And Brandon, this thing's not warm. It's cold. You still see the Blue Mountain, right? Yeah, you see the Blue Mountain? It's still cold, bruh.
Freezing.
Oh, man.
Bro, I was hoping. Well, part of me was hoping the Jags would beat the Packers, but part of me was like, I don't want the ticked off Packers coming to town either.
Yeah,
so it was like, But, it did show me, I think, that the Packers are very beatable in a lot of ways. If you can just get Rodgers uncomfortable, and you can maybe take away Aaron Jones, because Aaron Jones really didn't do a whole lot in that game. Like, if you could take him away and force Rodgers, and especially if Adams is hobbled, like, you're going to have a pretty good shot at slowing down this Packers offense, I feel like.
Well, there's only 3 people in America that have had great 2020s. And of course I'm joking about that, but there's three people, Cody and I for our podcast. And then there's Patrick Mahomes. So That's pretty much it. Just kidding. Of course. 5K hype. So, hey, What's up, man? We are close. We're close, man. Yeah, I agree here, Kevin. I think they need to do that.
Yeah. I mean, quarterback's obviously number one, but left tackle's right up there too, for sure.
Let's see here. If we were to win the chip, there's no way Phillip Rivers leaves. I
think he wants to be brought back at that point.
Yeah, right.
I mean, on one hand, I feel like that might be a really, really good scenario. Obviously, Super Bowl is a great scenario, best scenario. But, from a standpoint of like, if Rivers stays another year, for example, and you could draft your future left tackle instead of investing that in quarterback, if Rivers is, he's the quarterback you need to, be competitive and stuff. You find your future left tackle, and then the year after that, maybe you find a quarterback. I don't know, maybe. Or maybe you take a quarterback, second round or something. I don't know, but yeah, that might be a good idea. But again, it all depends on a lot of things that may or may not happen.
Colts Nation, yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. We are definitely catching up to them pretty quickly. It's pretty cool to, be able to be on par with them as of how quick we're able to do it. So it is pretty cool. Nonetheless, both podcasts at over 4,000 subs. So
yeah, approaching 2 years here pretty soon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, in January of 2020, then or 2021, then it'll be at 2 years. Which starting players are most on the edge of being let go? Think T.Y. gets paid? Will Doyle still be number one tight end? I just don't like answering these questions right now because we're still in the season. There's still time to figure out who's gonna stay, who's not gonna because right now we're still in the season. Let's focus on that for right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it is a fair question to think about, based off of how they have played. I mean, we dropped a video a couple days ago about about the guys who have lived up to or exceeded expectations and have not. T.Y. Hilton's on that list for sure. And I think that's something. Yeah, he's probably the number one guy you point to, but maybe Jack Doyle too. Like you mentioned, Derek, in your video today. And by the way, be sure to check out our recent video as well. Derek's, I guess, posted it about, if the Colts want to be Super Bowl contenders, these are the things they need to do. You mentioned, you argued that number one tight end is more like a stud tight end is more important than a stud number one wide receiver. So
absolutely.
I think tight end maybe is a little bit higher than we have talked about, quite honestly.
Yep, absolutely. And if anyone wants to know why, just watch the video. Let's see. Does Darius get an extension this year or next? And if he does, how much? Well, I think I honestly think for the sake of time and just for the sake of that you're going to have better cap situation after this year, it would be smart if the Colts would be able to get Darius an extension this year. I honestly think it would be great if they could get him a new contract this offseason, because you're going to come in with a lot more house money and you're going to want to pay him. So get him the dollars that you think he deserves now. Get it now.
Right.
And how much? Oh my gosh. Hold on.
Take the highest number, the highest contract right now, and add a little bit more to that.
Let me see here. Highest linebacker contracts.
I almost said bless you there.
Thanks.
I don't know what to say after people burp. I have no idea.
Khalil Mack. Yeah, I know. I've always wondered that. Shouldn't there be something that you could say, but whatever. Well, here's the thing though. Here's the difference with these. It's weird to see Khalil Mack and Von Miller as backup quarterbacks or as outside linebackers, because they're guys that can blitz the edge, but they're guys that are also considered linebackers. I like the next best one is Bobby Wagner, who's obviously a middle linebacker, and then you have CJ Mosley. Mosley's getting 17 per year, and Bobby Wagner's getting 18 per year. So here comes Darius Leonard with a 20 per year. I think that's coming. Honestly do. Justin Houston has like 8 sacks credited, meaning he set up other players to get sacks. And had that player not been there, he would have had the sack. Def stole from him. Sacks aren't all, though. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we've been saying it for this whole season that, Buckner's kind of had that situation where the sacks don't tell the whole story. They really don't. Buckner's been so good at everything else, just getting consistent pressures. What is your guys' most prized piece of Colts memorabilia? Hold on a second. Maybe I can get it. Hold on.
Oh, you're getting it? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me think. I have a couple. Ooh. I have an Andrew Luck jersey that's signed. I have a T.Y. Hilton jersey that's signed. Those are pretty cool. I don't know. I'll wait for Derek because I got to think about this. What do you got?
It's actually from somebody's collection here. Hold on. See if it's taped up. I don't know if I want to open this again. Honestly, I don't think I do. But what's in here is hold on. What's in here is it's a blimp that has the original Colts logo on it. And I'm not sure where that my aunt and uncle got this from, but it was certainly from a collection. And I just don't want to take it out of the package because this is already packed. It is already wrapped back up again because I wanted to make sure it was stayed safe. It's stayed in there for like a while. So, but yeah, that's the most prized piece that I have.
Yeah. Yeah. I was saying a couple, so a few years ago, I was able, actually, my freshman year of college, I had a friend that lived down by the Indy Castleton area. So we went to the Castleton Mall, and there was this whole NFL experience. All you had to do was test drive cars and stuff, and you could get a picture and assign a picture and then a signed thing from T.Y. Hilton and Vontae Davis. And so I was like, heck yeah, I'm doing that. And so I was able to do that, and it was really cool. And so I still have that. I got a hat that was custom T.Y. Hilton number 13. I got signed. That was amazing. So that's probably one of them.
That's
also
cool.
When I was at training camp years ago, somehow I got Andrew Luck to sign my Luck jersey. So that is a prized possession for sure.
Oh yeah, sure. You got to put that in a freaking frame, bro.
Yeah.
Now, what's your favorite Colts moment? Now, mine personally is what happened on the week 1, and that was Darius Leonard putting me in his hype video. That was the best moment ever. Nothing will top that after a while. That's my favorite Colts-related thing, but what's yours?
That's a good question. In terms of football, I think it was just so I think I told this story on the stream before, but it was my senior year of high school, 2014. Like I said, it just turned 2014. I went on a mission trip down to Jamaica for a week or whatever. And it coincidentally happened when the AFC wildcard game between the Colts and the Chiefs was happening. And so when we were heading home, the game was going on. I remember when I got on the plane, I think I checked the score. The Colts were, or when we got to Chicago or something, Colts were down by a lot. And then I looked a little bit later and it was super close. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's crazy. And then they came back and won. I wasn't able to watch it, but just the anticipation of it and then going back and watching the game, that was extraordinary. That was so incredible. That was probably one of my favorite moments. I think just meeting some players is always really cool. Just what we've done this past offseason was really cool. Just interviewing. I think my favorite one was definitely Zach Pascal. That was really cool. Last training camp, I was able to go down to camp actually in 2019, and I was able to ask Bobby Okereke a question, which was super cool.
Yeah.
About Anthony Walker. So that was really cool. I was able to interview Quincy Wilson, which his name's been dragged through the mud a little bit, but it was still a cool experience for me.
Yeah.
And just seeing different players like Ebron, Ryan Kelly, all these different guys. It was super cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And to answer this question, Duran, no, that's not going to happen.
Well, in terms of pass coverage, I mean, 58 is going to get more snaps. Like it's undoubted.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Where are we at here? Oh, here we go.
MPJ's YouTube channel is completely is criminally underrated. I totally agree. I really enjoy the content that him and his fiance put out.
Yeah,
they do a really good job.
Need to spam him and get him on the channel.
Yeah, that would be great. Just spam the comment
man.
section, please. That would be great. Absolutely. How much will Big Q get? Probably about the same yearly salary as Darius. I'm not gonna lie. Probably will.
They're gonna cost a lot.
They're each gonna cost around $20 million a year. They're probably. I'm glad Ballard is good at drafting because we won't be able to pay a good chunk of our starters. Stewart, Nelson, Leonard, and Smith. Well, yeah, I mean, you just name 4 of them. That's the main ones. I mean, I have complete confidence that Ballard is going to be able to keep the majority of guys that we want to keep on this ball club.
Yeah.
But you're right. It is good to have a guy that can draft so that when you lose a couple pieces, that other guys can really step in and do that for you.
Mm.
You guys seen that film study on Buckner this year on YouTube? He's a monster. I haven't seen the film study. You talk about this. Is that the one with the NFL or is it?
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
I would guess Brian Baldinger probably did something with Buckner.
Yeah,
he just loves his linemen. So.
And he loves his Colts linemen too.
Yeah,
he loves his Colts linemen on both ends. Yes, we will absolutely have UCF Jaguar on again for the podcast that week because there's some revenge that needs to happen. Okay,
we got to get him back, man.
Did either of you chaps play football when you were younger? Heck yeah, man. Played it ever since I could walk.
Same.
Yeah, totally. Played it all the way up through high school. Man, it was the best times of my life when I was playing football.
Yeah. Let's see. I'll just go to Zach, the next one here. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sweet, man. That's awesome. I did get a mini football sign. So I used to go to camp like every single year. Like when I was like in college, I would go to camp and I think I got Robert Mathis. I got like a football signed by like a couple different players and that was really cool. Was able to get a picture with Andre Johnson when he was with the Colts. That was kind of cool.
The craziest player encounter that I had while at a game. It wasn't a Colts game. So I apologize to everyone that may not be interested in the team I'm about to talk to or the sport that I'm trying to do, but the memory of this is what's wild, okay? So just try to understand it. So I went to a Reds-Indians game, went up to Cleveland, and was at a game there. And Progressive Field's really nice. I've been up there multiple times. And so my brother and my mom go to our seats. My dad and I are standing out in the outfield because they're hitting home runs. They're doing batting practice. So we're like, okay, let's see if we can get a ball. And so we are waiting there. And then after a while, the pitchers are starting to throw in the outfield. And Bronson Arroyo is his name. A lot of people recognize that name because a very popular pitcher over the last decade. He retired quite a few years ago, but nevertheless, he was pitching out there and my dad yells at him because he's got that giant camera, right? So he yells at him and says, "Hey, Bronson, turn around. I want to get a picture." And so Bronson comes up to us at the right field wall and says, "Here, drop your camera. I'll take pictures for you." We're like,
Wow.
Are you serious? So my dad lowers the camera down, and Bronson Arroyo, one of the main pitchers for the Cincinnati Reds, is walking around the field taking pictures of everyone. This is hilarious. He's taking pictures of, I got pictures with Aroldis Chapman and a relief pitcher in there, and taking pictures of some of the other guys warming up. It was hilarious. It was great. It was gold-minded. And then he brought it back, and like it was the most incredible thing ever. Like how many people actually get to say they had a player do that for them? Like that is hilarious. That is hilarious.
That's so cool.
Greatest rock band of all time. AC/DC. 100%. Can't compete with AC/DC, bro. Can't compete with them, man. They not to mention, like, just up till a few years ago, they were still doing tours they were doing tours for almost 40 years.
Wow.
Gotta love Dwight Freeney. Hell yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah, I was gonna say, like, that was one thing I wanted to talk with, was like, what's a favorite song that you're that you're enjoying right now? Is there a favorite song for you that stands out right now?
You know, I listened to the one that you sent me yesterday. That one was interesting. Just about.
It has the funny thing is it's a rap song because the main artist in it is a rapper. Yeah. But the feature that he got on there, it kind of gives you that little bit of a rock feeling because the dude's voice just sounds like he could be in a rock band. Honestly, just really deep but really strong. You know, it's a good song. I've been listening to it so much.
Yep, it's about all y'all behind the computer screens.
Yep, all y'all internet trolls behind the computer screens. That's right.
Now
all the haters out there.
You guys are great.
Everyone in the chat is fine. We're not worried about you guys. It's everyone else that are the trolls and the haters behind the other screens. But we all good out here. Never met any Colts players, but ended up having a conversation with the Ravens owner. Nice guy, too. Oh, very nice. Very nice. I actually got to meet Sean Payton at the Super Bowl once.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was the funniest thing ever. I bragged about that to my friend who's a Saints fan, and it was hilarious to see his reaction. He was laughing, but at the same time he was looking at me like like I wanted to do that.
Oh, I forgot to mention last year I met Frank Reich. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I remember that picture.
Yeah, it was cool because, like, you know, I work at a church, and it was up in this was my old job up in Elkhart, and there was like a prayer breakfast or something, and like one of my coworkers who's a Colts fan also, he said, "Hey, Frank Reich's gonna be at this thing. Do you want to go?" I was like, "Absolutely, I want to go." Like,
heck yeah,
got a picture with him, and it was cool, man. It was super cool. He's a really cool guy.
I put it in the chat, Zach. That's the song that I'm currently addicted to at this point. Yep, that's the song we're talking about. But this one right here. Anthony Gonzalez and Austin Collie were deadly weapons back in the day. Yeah, if injuries really didn't hit those two, man, those guys were solid players, man. They just continued to get injured all the time, and they were just never able to. And of course, you know, the injury that, you know, basically ended Austin Collie's career. Everyone remembers that one. I have trouble watching that clip.
Oh, it's
I actually don't watch it. Like if I see it coming, I turn it off. I'm not looking because that almost killed him. So
yeah,
I'm glad he's okay. You know, obviously, yeah, Austin Collie definitely was definitely a good player at that time. Let's see here. 2-minute drill. Who are you throwing it to? Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison, Pierre Garçon, or T.Y. Hilton?
Dude, Marvin Harrison, 100% of the time.
Reggie Wayne.
Marvin was okay. Reggie Wayne was great, and I think he was more beloved by Colts fans. Marvin Harrison was the truth. Like,
right, I understand he was the truth, but like, are we talking in the sense of like, okay, so if we're doing 2-minute drill, and are you saying that he's the only wide receiver we can throw to? Because look, Marvin Harrison was the big play guy. I get that, but Reggie Wayne was the possession guy. He was the one guy that said, you need 6 yards. You need a miraculous hard fought catch for 6 yards to get you a first down. Reggie Wayne was that guy. That's why I like Reggie Wayne. I'm dying. I'm dying on this hill with Reggie Wayne. I'm dying
on this hill too.
I'm dying on this hill with Reggie Wayne, man. I'm sorry. I love me some Marvin Harrison. Marvin Harrison is a GOAT when it comes to wide receivers in Colts Nation, no question about it. But if you give me 2-minute drill and you're relying on me to say one guy's going to catch every ball that goes to him, I'm taking Reggie. No way.
I disagree.
Well, I disagree with you too.
Whatever.
Yeah.
This happens.
Very rarely does this happen, guys, but we're at an impasse.
I'm not backing down from this.
Oh, I'm not backing down from it either, bro. Do you guys?
We just didn't get to see Marvin as much as we got to see Reggie.
Yeah, I know we didn't. Yeah, Marvin Harrison's career definitely was a lot shorter than obviously Reggie Wayne's. He was a lot more dominant in his time when he was there, but Reggie just had the longevity argument to it as well. Do you guys think Matt Eberflus will be the head coach for the Colts? For the Colts, no way. Now, somewhere else, yeah. I mean, Cody, how concerned are you after this year? I mean, look at what he's doing with this defense right now.
Right. My only hope is that the NFL, you know how they've been trending towards, if you know Sean Payton, you got a job in the NFL, essentially. Like, I hope that that's still a thing where, like, you know, it's like they want offensive geniuses. And so even if guys aren't ready, like Eberflus is probably one of the most ready guys to be an NFL coach, I really hope that they're like, no, he's a defensive guy. We'll go with an offensive guy. That's my only hope, but he probably will.
There are only 3 quarterbacks in this. There are only 3 quarterbacks in this draft that I would say that you should trade up to go get. There are only 3, and that is Trevor Lawrence, Justin Fields, and Zach Wilson. Now, obviously, we know that Trevor Lawrence isn't going to be an option because Trevor Lawrence is going number 1, and the Colts aren't giving up 3 first-rounders for the next 3 years to go get Trevor Lawrence, or 4 for that matter. But Justin Fields and Zach Wilson, I'm totally down to trade up for. Yeah, Wayne was a third down machine. I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, you know, when you had to get the guy that had to get you the yards, I mean, Reggie was the guy. Reggie always caught that ball, bro. Wright's play calling has been very off this year. We aren't opening the offense. Our play calling has been quite predictable. He needs to get his stuff together because 4th down every drive is bad. Geez, that one came out of nowhere. Wow. That comment came out of nowhere of everything we were talking about. But yes, guys, I totally agree with you. Jonesy saying Garcon was the toughest wide receiver I've ever seen play for the Colts. See,
I remember one play.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember one play when when Garcon literally got like destroyed by Ray Lewis, and he just got up and started talking trash, and I was like, dude, just chill. Like, dude, freaking Ray Lewis.
There's a lot of guys that have gotten destroyed by Ray Lewis. See, I mean, here's the thing, Cody. Like, when we're talking about Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison, they complemented each other so well in their short time together. I mean, Reggie Wayne was the possession receiver, and Marvin was the deep bomb. He was the big playmaking kind of wide receiver. You know, one guy was the down in the dirt kind of guy, and the other guy was the big play machine. I mean, it worked hand in hand. It really did. And then obviously when you add Dallas Clark into the,
see if I can do it. Look at this catch. Look at that.
That's good. That's a good. It looks like he's almost catching it with his fingertips.
So this is what happened. I'll reenact it. Okay, why not?
Uh-huh,
So
sure.
I remember this. So Peyton Manning kind of threw it a little bit out to Marvin. He hit it up with his left hand, and he somehow snagged it, got his feet inbounds against the Patriots in New England, 2006. Colts win. Crazy.
I'm throwing to Dallas Clark. That's another name that I was just about to mention. Like, that's another great name.
Yes, Dallas Clark is so
Dallas
underrated,
Clark,
man.
one of the only tight ends, basically one of the only few guys left that didn't really need gloves to catch a football.
No, he had 100 catches in 2009. People forget that.
Yeah, people forget how good he actually was. I mean, again, his career wasn't super long either. I mean, you know, if he had stuck around for a while, man, he was good. I'd like to see Peyton Manning coach this team. Man, how funny that would be, bro.
Yeah. One question here. A guy we haven't really talked about, and it's just Kyle Trask from Florida. We haven't talked anything about him. He's been good, man. He really has.
He has been lighting up boards, no question about it.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on him potentially?
You know, he has been playing lights out as of recently. I really like what I've seen from him. His deep ball accuracy is amongst some of the best that they have in all of college football. He's got a very nice deep ball, pretty accurate quarterback too. You know, he's a risk taker too. He's a guy that, you know, likes to be finessey with a lot of his throws. But that's another thing too that I think is something you have to be careful of, is that he is aggressive, and that's his problem. Is it's a lot of that Jordan Love aspect where he had sometimes too much confidence in his arm, and he makes some bad throws at times that his receivers bail him out on. I mean, that's the biggest one. I can tell you this: Trevor Lawrence has no downfall. There really isn't anything you can mention about Trevor Lawrence that says, oh, that's a red flag. Oh, that's a red flag. There's nothing you could say there. Justin Fields, the biggest red flag you can say about him is sometimes he holds on to the ball too long. And that's what's going to happen when you have an offensive line like at Ohio State, when you're confident in that pocket, right? Sometimes he holds on to the ball too long. He takes a sack. So that's something that you'd have to work on as he got into the league. Zach Wilson and Trask are basically the same way. They both have, although Zach Wilson's deep ball is much prettier than Trask's. Trask and Wilson both have the concept of they have so much confidence in their arm that sometimes it leads to bad throws. That's sometimes what happens. So, I mean, that's really all it is. But yeah, Trask is a safe one. You know, if you got, let's say that the Colts said Trevor Lawrence is gone, Justin Fields is gone, number 2. Zach Wilson potentially goes top 10. Like, he rises up the boards that much. And then Trask is a late first rounder that we get. I'd be comfortable with that. I'd be comfortable with it. I mean, you can teach guys to be smarter with the ball. I mean, but it's the mechanics that I'm worried about. And he certainly has that ability. And he's not a mobile quarterback by any chance, but he certainly can move out of the pocket if you ask him to.
Yeah, I think one of the big things that I'll be looking for if the Colts do draft a quarterback is accuracy. So that's why Trask is interesting, because you mentioned super accurate. I mean, Phillip Rivers is super accurate as well. He's probably, high 60s, 70% passer right now. And that's what the Colts, I think, are going to look for. Like, we just saw, like, with Jacoby Brissett, as much as the Colts wanted to back him last year, the dude's inaccurate. He's not the prototypical Frank Wright quarterback. So I think, I'm looking for a quarterback like that. You know, maybe he is a little bit more raw, and the Colts feel comfortable. Like, they like a lot of the aspects of him. They just know he might take a little bit more time.
That's why I want Justin Fields. The dude is accurate. He's accurate. This season, Justin Fields has been the best quarterback in college football. So please just get this man, Colts. Please. Cody, I saw a play where, listen, in the first game of the season against Nebraska, he had one incompletion all game. And you know what that incompletion was? On a 50-yard bomb where Chris Olave went up to get the ball, it easily hit his hands, but the defender hit him, made him fall awkwardly, and he dropped the ball. It's the only incompletion he had all game. And I saw him in that same game. Garrett Wilson falls on his butt and then lifts one hand just enough to get right here. The ball was right at his face mask from the very beginning. It was such a beautiful throw. Even when Garrett Wilson fell, right where he was at, the ball was right there where he could just catch it right there. It was at the exact spot where he dropped. So it's like, this guy is so accurate. Not to mention, Justin Fields is the kind of quarterback that the NFL is wanting to go into right now. A mobile quarterback that can escape the pocket, make plays with his feet if he has to, but is super accurate on the run. Justin Fields is all of those things. All of them. Not to mention, I don't think there's any quarterback. I don't care what anyone says about Zach Wilson. There is not a quarterback in this draft that has a prettier deep ball than Justin Fields. Sorry to say it. It's true. Y'all can debate me on this all you want. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers from this season. Justin Fields has only had 2 incompletions of throws over 20 plus yards. And you know why one of them happened? Because Olave dropped a touchdown. That's it. That's all I got.
So if Justin Fields for some reason busts, we got to set the stakes here, man. Because
Okay.
you are going out on a whim here. What if he flops?
Are we talking about if he went to the Colts or if he just flopped in the NFL?
If he's just a flop in the NFL.
Then I'll sit here and say that I was wrong. I'll say I was wrong.
Okay.
I'll sit here and say I was wrong. But I just look at what my eyes tell me. And Justin Fields is head over heels a better quarterback prospect right now than Dwayne Haskins was when he was coming out of Ohio State. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well, we know the Colts are going to do whoever they fall in love with. Probably not be Trevor Lawrence. Well, would that be crazy if the Colts just were like, you know what?
God.
We probably not, but that would be wild if the Colts.
That'd be so wild, bruh. Be so wild.
I don't know, man. It would take a lot to get up there. I'm really hoping like a team like the Giants or something gets number 2. Just because like, you know, they have Daniel Jones or a team that like has a quarterback that they recently invested in. That way, maybe the Colts could trade up with them. And also, I don't want to trade with the Jags. I don't want to give them, you know, any of our draft capital. So, I don't know.
Duran's like, okay, I'm sold. Can we please draft Fields? Please, just do what you got to do. I don't care if you have to steal him from the Jaguars. I don't care if you give up all your draft picks for him. We saw what the Jacksonville Jaguars have been able to do with draft picks. They don't pan out. Please.
True.
So, like, what do you got to worry about? Just go get them. Oh, man.
By the way, for the 75 of you in here, thanks for being in here. Appreciate it. Be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. I don't know where we're at, Derek, in terms of likes, but not that it really matters that much. But
I'm not even paying attention to it at all.
I mean, we got 38, so it'd be cool to get over 50. That'd be sweet.
I wonder if Colts Talk is still in here. Wonder if he is. At some point, I got to get him on here. At some point, we got to.
Bro, there's a Patriots fan in here. Bro, you almost lost to the Jets. Sit down. Just stop talking.
Yeah, you almost lost to the Jets, bro. We destroyed them. Oh, we got 40 likes, apparently.
The Ravens, but.
Hey, yo, Colts,
he's here.
He's here. I see him. Colts Talk, bro. We got to get you on the podcast here soon, my man. I mean, I've been saying that I wanted to get you on the podcast for quite a while now, but I haven't reached out to you yet, but I should have done it this week since we had the off week, but I just didn't know exactly what was going to happen. But yeah. Dude, I'm going to get you on at some point here soon. I don't know when, but I'm going to get you on before the season ends because maybe we can get you on one of the divisional games. Maybe when they play the Texans the second time or they play the Titans the second time. Maybe we can get you on there because freaking acknowledge me. Hi, Tim. But yeah, dude, I gotta get a hold of you, man. I'm going to get a hold of you here in the next few weeks to get you set up because I need to get you on a stream.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, all good. We gotta get this. We gotta help this man get some subs, bro. Because
everybody in here, go sub to him right
now.
Go
sub to this guy because there's very few Colts podcasts out here, guys, that are putting in work, and this guy's one of them. Please, this guy right here, Colts Talk on YouTube. Look it up right now. Give this guy a freaking subscribe, please, because this guy right here, outside of obviously For the Culture and us. Outside of that, I don't know many other Colts podcasts that are putting in work like this guy is. At least not many that have a decent following. This guy just passed 1,000 subscribers a couple weeks ago. Get this man up, okay? Because we know what that's about. We just hit 1,000 subs this year, and look at where we are now. Who's to say we can't do the same thing for this guy? I know this guy puts in the work. I see his videos all the time. Let's help this guy out.
Yep, we were there, man. We were there not too long ago.
Yeah, we were there not too long ago.
So.
Hunter Peterson with another $2 super chat. Thank you, Hunter. What is the chance of us sweeping the Texans? Well,
I think it's pretty likely.
It's pretty likely at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. I had something here. I saw a comment. Let me pull it up if I can find it here. Oh, did you see this? What Jaguars fans are trying to do?
I did see that.
Crazy.
Yeah. The Jags are trying to tell fans that to get him voted in. That they're trying to get him voted in. They said if they do, then they get a better draft pick.
That's so wild to me.
That is the funniest thing ever. That is such a Jaguars thing to do. That was so funny when I saw it, dude. That was so good.
That's so crazy. Did you also see? I see this one from Aller and Trim. If I said that right, if I mispronounced that, I apologize. Did you see though? I was talking about Michael Pittman, but did you see the comparison that was thrown out recently by I think it was Frank Reich or one of the coaches comparing Michael Pittman to freaking Larry Fitzgerald? That's crazy.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. That is pretty cool. That and he's kind of right. Their body types are kind of similar. I think that we just haven't seen enough of. I just don't know if we've seen a lot of Pittman yet to just kind of get a fair understanding of what it is that he does best. Yeah. It's just kind of one of those things that we're just going to need to figure it out. And honestly, just the more that he plays, we'll know.
Yeah.
So we just got to wait to see.
Speaking of that, we do watch Pittman's YouTube. I don't know if you have, Derek, but I have been watching it. It's pretty sweet.
I've been watching a little bit. Yeah, I've been watching a little bit of it. Yeah, absolutely. I enjoy it. It's very wholesome.
Yeah. Oh, this is an interesting question. This is a very hypothetical one. I don't even know if I want to read this. It makes me sad. It brings a tear to my eye.
No. Get it off the screen. I don't want to answer that.
I'm going to go cry in the corner.
Yeah, please.
Yep. So if you hear loud sobbing, everybody, it's me.
Yeah. And thanks, Gus Garcia, for doing that to him.
You broke my heart, man.
You think there'll ever be a time when we as Colts Nation can kind of just understand that happened and just not shed tears?
No.
I think it'll probably be a couple years. Unfortunately. 1,020. Colts Talk said 1,020.
Nice.
Let's get it. Man, I want to get him up there, man. Got to get him up there a little more.
Me too. Hang on,
what did we do to get started with that right away? Did we just happen to? I think we just stroked out on luck because of the time that we hit it. With free agency and with the draft coming around, I think there was just a lot more demand for that kind of content at that point. Yeah. I would say Colts Talk, the best way to increase your viewers right now, to help get more subs right now at this moment, while you're at 1,000, because now your videos are going to get monetized and things are going to start showing up more on YouTube. Post a little more often if you can, and then try to try to obviously adjust to the algorithm of how YouTube does titles, and try to do more of the recaps, do the pre-games and stuff during the game. If you can stream during the game, do stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff, if you appeal to the algorithm of the titles being used and you have the appropriate tags in them, that's a great way to get people to start searching your stuff more.
Yeah, and thumbnails I've noticed are big, and we don't want to get the thumbnails. Just be careful, because people might claim that you're stealing their thumbnails.
Yeah, Colts Talk. If you do need help with that, if you do need help with with some thumbnails and stuff, then reach out to us. If we can, probably got a guy that could potentially help you. Yeah, we need more BTJ content. Yeah, absolutely. Always down to try to offer a few different thumbnails to kind of help out with streams and stuff, if that's what you're going to do. More BTJ content, bro. We're putting out a video every day. How much more do you need?
They want it all day, every day.
They want it all day, every day, bro. It's like, yeah, my thumbnails stink.
Oh, really?
I think it's just because he does thumbnails with him personally in it. See, that's not a problem, Colts Talk, if you want to put you in the thumbnail. That actually sometimes is a good thing, but you need those fillers. You need, like backgrounds. You need stuff like that. So, dude, get a hold of Cody, and, we can talk about, but trying to help you out with some of those. However that is, we would be more than happy to help you.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for, man.
Wait, is this Colts Talk from YouTube? Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. So Colts if you all type in Colts Talk on YouTube, there you go.
Colts Talk on YouTube. This man with this logo, with that logo, and that's a pretty decent logo. It's not gonna get copyrighted by the Colts because it's a little bit different.
Right.
Is Colts Talk on Twitter? Yes, he is. I think it's, if you guys just look Colts Talk on YouTube, his thing should pop up.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same way on there.
Indie Sports One has nice designers. Oh.
Yeah. He's a good buddy of ours.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he has a couple of those.
He or they, I should say. There's multiple of them. But.
Yeah, there's a bunch of them, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of stumped at this point, man. I don't know what else to really talk about. We kind of just talk about some random stuff at this point.
Yeah, I'm good to chill. I do want to watch the game tonight, though. What is it?
Yeah, it's almost 8:00. Yeah, we can go about 15 more minutes here, and
yeah, this is one of those games or one of these chats where I'm just like, we normally have a plan, but we're just kind of chilling today.
Yeah, we're just chilling today. We're interacting with you guys, just kind of talking about this. Yeah, Lawrence Owen, another good buddy of ours. Yeah, good Colts YouTuber.
Yeah, check him out. He does really good film analysis and stuff.
Yeah, he does.
Check him out. Analysis. He did a little bit for us this past off season. So he does great work. Check him out.
Yeah, absolutely. Stinks that he did more full time with Sportscaster, but I get it. It would have been nice if he could have stuck around for a little while. Yep, that's kind of the sucky part is, we've been trying to get guys to help us out with stuff. And it's like, they help out for a while and then, they go on to do their own thing. And it's like, man, I wish we could have kept you guys around for a little bit longer, but
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Cause when we were doing the free agency stuff, all the guys we were getting in free agency, he was doing all the film breakdowns.
It was awesome. Well, the good thing is we got our guy Xavier now, who's been doing some film analysis. He actually just messaged me a little bit ago and said he got the one done for this weekend. So y'all should check that out.
I saw that. I saw that.
I'm going to post it tomorrow, probably. I'm going to edit it after the stream, post it tomorrow, probably around lunchtime. So be sure to check that out. And yeah, for you guys who are in here, definitely hit that notification bell so you know when we post. I've been doing a little bit more of like pre-recorded stuff and like doing a premiere because it seems like more people will like say, okay, it's coming out at this point. We'll check it out. So we might do that again. Probably set it for noon. So just be around that time. That's Eastern Standard Time.
And of course, if you don't make it for the premiere of it, then obviously it just goes up to YouTube right after. And
you can always check it out, whatever. But
Indie Sports One is my day one, brother. Love that guy. Heck yeah, I think a lot of people like Indie Sports One. He doesn't really have any. They don't really have any enemies with anybody. No. Can't wait till you guys hit 10K. Hey,
man, that would be amazing.
Cold Nation saying, "Do a stream for it, please."
We'll just be on here for like an entire week. We'll just call off of work and we'll just stay on this stream till we reach 10K. How about that?
Yeah.
Bro, that'd be freaking
Yeah,
crazy.
Ryan, we talked a little bit about this next game. If you haven't already, be sure to check out our preview that we did with Tom Rossi. That just went up 2 days ago. That's definitely a lot of fun there. Let's see here. My guy.
I'm gonna put it in the comments, the link to it.
Yeah, go ahead. I put it in the description anyway. Feel good to get acknowledged by a Colts YouTuber. Heck yeah, Tim.
All right, it's coming in the comments now. Oh, what? Oh, I guess it didn't come on Twitter, but it's on YouTube. So
yeah, it won't show up on Twitter. It's not.
That's weird. But Derek, Twitter. Have you ever been to an NHL game before?
Yes. I have been to a couple of them when I was younger. Yeah, I've wanted to go back to a couple more games. You know, I've been to a lot of Columbus Blue Jackets game, and Nationwide Arena is a very nice arena. Really want to go back at some point, but you know, I really haven't had any reason to go, and I never had anyone to really go with.
Yeah.
But I should just take one of my cousins and go because they're hockey guys. So I should probably just go with them at some point.
Yeah. I never have actually. I've been to I feel like every other major league sporting event, like at least one, but I've never been to an NHL game.
They're fun environments. You know, they're fun environments. If you get a good game, I mean, that's even better.
Right. Yeah. Hey, this is just something random, but I thought this might be worth talking about. So we were talking about a little bit earlier, Derek, off air about big stuff that's coming this offseason. So for example, free agent signings, the draft and all this stuff. I'm thinking what we're going to try to do this season, or I guess this next offseason, I want to do more streams when stuff happens. Like, for example, if the Colts go out and they threw out Juju. So if they go and sign Juju, we have a stream if we can, and we talk about it. And we want to take a weekend, that weekend of the draft, be together and just stream the entire freaking first round of the draft. I think that'd be so much fun, man. And I hope our listeners would be there for us too.
I'm quite positive that every single one of these freaking people in here would love to get on a live stream with us and watch the draft.
Especially if the Colts address the quarterback position. Man.
This offseason is going to be a lot of fun.
I know.
Honestly.
I'm looking forward to it.
Because honestly, for me, there's just not a lot of things that the Colts really need to address. You know, I mean, the quarterback, obviously. Offensive line, you really don't have to do much except for left tackle. Left tackle, something. Wide receiver, that's a toss-up. You know, it just depends on how that works. They don't have to do anything with the running backs. I doubt they do anything with tight ends. And then, defense, they probably won't even do much with the defensive line because there's really not – you pretty much have the majority of the guys that you want on there already. You obviously don't have to draft linebacker at all because we have 6 guys there that easily can fill that role. And, you mentioned the possibility of a corner. That wouldn't surprise me. That might be something that a mid-round thing, but you're still pretty solid on who the guys that you have. So this draft is probably going to be an offensive-minded draft. And that's something we have not seen from Chris Ballard since he's taken over. I mean, we have not seen him go offensive-centric when it comes to the draft.
At least in terms of, offensive line, he drafted Big Q and he drafted Braden Smith, but we haven't seen him go for he's occasionally, but he hasn't just had quarterback, wide receiver, tight end. He hasn't just done that. And so it would be interesting to see if maybe he changes that approach a little bit for sure. But you mentioned maybe defensive end, which would be interesting for me, especially if you decide, Justin Houston, he's been good for us, but we feel like we can get potentially better and find our future at defensive end and long-term. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, that's a big maybe. Maybe they re-sign Autry and Houston and they feel like they're good enough for another year, but we'll see for sure.
Odds of Ed Dodds being sent somewhere else. Somebody buying him out.
I hope not. He's so good, man.
I really hope not too, man, because his name was brought up for a lot of GM positions this last offseason, and he stayed right where he was. I hope he does because he is really, really good at what he does. And Chris Ballard said that it's because of Ed Dodds that I get to be the way I am because he runs the department so well. It's kind of like Darius Leonard saying to Anthony Walker, that's Chris Ballard talking about Ed Dodds. You know, this runs everything so well that I get to do what I get to do.
Right. Hey, I got to change my battery on my camera real fast. It's about
I think we probably just end it here at this point because you know, we're about to go watch the game ourselves, kind of relax for the rest of the night. But hey, thank you guys, everybody that tuned in to the stream. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. You know, today was more of just a chill stream, just kind of hang out with you guys. And, you know, like I said, we haven't really done a stream like this in a week, over a week, it feels like. So, you know, it's one of those things that we're glad to be able to do. And thank you guys again for the super chats. That was very gracious of you. Thank you very much. And we will talk to you guys soon about some other Colts updates. For Cody and myself, thank you so very much. And as always, go Colts.